Another day, another fun quest. I'm drained. So, how about we go home and play some games?
If you have the energy to play games, spend it on saying something marginally interesting for once.
The quest tired me out as well. Let us wrap this up quick. Is the investigation ongoing?
Right. Famitsu, Dengekiko. Any news regarding the increased number of quest postings?
We have more info, actually. Here's what I found out. There are more quests simply because there are more monsters.
Makes sense. I mean, did you see how many spawned on the screen at once? It was like, whoa.
People are anxious. That causes the monsters and whatnot to go wild. They seem to thrive on that feeling. In turn, this increases the number of monsters, which heightens anxiety throughout all of game industry. More monsters, more anxiety. And so the self-serving cycle repeats, like a recycling plan for evil.
That's odd. After the first article did so well, wouldn't the people be less anxious knowing about us? We've been working hard, so I feel like the number of monsters should be decreasing by quite a bit.
If only that were the sole issue, you'd be right in that case. There'd be fewer quests, but with the number of monsters going up, it leads us to believe that something else is at play here. We postulate that a new type of monster has been introduced, complicating the matter at hand. This theoretical monster would be very powerful, which would explain the global feelings of anxiety.
New monsters being added to our bestiary is kind of normal, though.
That brings us to the information I managed to dig up. Look! I investigated the content of all quests completed in the past. Do you see it? Some of these quests were filed together with a different quest. That's why there are so many.
So you mean to say that someone was sliding extra quests in? Could those be from someone other than our people?
Precisely. Someone is pulling the strings of both the people and the monsters. I think it's safe to assume that the introduction of new monsters is also due to this someone. But there's no telling if these new monsters are being manufactured here or simply corralled from elsewhere.
And here I thought you'd just strong-arm the info out of your contacts. I guess you can do some pretty solid investigative journalism when you try, Famitsu. But my snide remarks aside, this really is good stuff. Wasn't it hard to piece this all together?
Not so much hard as time well spent. I mean, you checked all the more recent quests, didn't you, Dengekiko? Anyway, that's it from us.
Thanks. It was interesting. That said, I may as well ask. Were either of you two involved in the more recent events, work-wise?
Good question. Let's see. Whoa! Wait a sec! Are you accusing us of causing all this ruckus?
Blonde, do you really suspect them?
No, but it's strange that they didn't know anything about this until we pointed it out. After the first article, they came back with a follow-up idea, as if knowing more quests would come in. Isn't it curious how conveniently this has been working out for them?
You're pretty hard-boiled, Blonde. This is confidential info, so I can't get too detailed, but Dengekiko and I were aware of it before you brought it up. All we had were hunches, though.
I guess you could say we were withholding information. I'm sorry we had to do that. We thought something might happen, but we sure didn't expect it to be as major a scoop as it is now.
Maybe we were given our special items in order to properly report on what was going to happen.
One thing's for sure. We're not involved in this fiasco any more than you CPUs are. Since readers already think we're paid off for good reviews and positive spin, we'd never try something like this.
Even so, it's frightening that Blonde would be able to dig up this much dirt. Were we that transparent?
No, everyone else is just oblivious to these sorts of things. I'm making sure my siblings are safe, that's all.
That's commendable. If you like, I could endorse you as an up-and-coming journalist.
Interesting, but I'll pass. If I worked there, my sisters would be scared to comment on my posts online.
That's your excuse?
All that babble is way too babbly for my brook of a brain, but we just gotta clear quests, right?
You like to keep things simple, don't you, Neptune? But you're right. All that talk was unnecessary, huh?
Flattery will get you anything you want. Let's just hurry up and get this whole mess unmessed.
Hurry, you say. I hope it'll be as easy as you seem to think.
I wonder if they noticed.